Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we will talk about the East India Company. Foundation: The East India Company was founded on December 31, 1600, by Queen Elizabeth I. The company was established with the goal of gaining a share of the lucrative trade with the East, particularly India, the Far East, and China. The company's first trading voyage took place in 1601 under the leadership of James Lancaster, which led to the establishment of the company's first trading post in the port of Surat, India. This early success allowed the company to arrange more trading voyages and expand its influence. Trade activities: The East India Company played a major role in trading spices, tea, silk, cotton, salt, opium, and other goods. The spice trade, which included pepper, cinnamon, and nutmeg, was among the company's most important early activities. Over time, the company engaged in the tea trade with China and played a significant role in importing tea to Britain. This tea trade gradually became one of the company's main activities and had a substantial impact on the British economy. Conquest of Bengal: The Battle of Plassey on June 23, 1757, led by Robert Clive of the East India Company, resulted in the defeat of the Nawab of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Daulah. This victory allowed the company to gain control over Bengal and secure significant financial resources. After this battle, the East India Company was able to control the tax system in Bengal, generating substantial revenue. These revenues enabled the company to expand its influence in other regions of India. Direct control: By the mid-19th century, the East India Company had direct and indirect control over vast areas of India. This control was achieved through treaties, wars, and land purchases. The company used various contracts and agreements with local princes to expand its influence throughout India. The company played the role of a government in many parts of India, setting laws, collecting taxes, and maintaining public order. This quasi-governmental role gave the company significant power in managing and controlling the territories under its influence. Administrative structure: The East India Company had a complex administrative structure that included directors in London, the board of directors, and agents in India and other colonies. The board of directors in London made key decisions, and local agents were responsible for implementing these decisions. This administrative structure allowed the company to manage its operations effectively and efficiently and to capitalize on commercial opportunities. Private army: The East India Company maintained a large private army, which at its peak numbered over 260,000 soldiers. This army was used to protect the company's interests and suppress rebellions. The company's private army played a key role in various conflicts, including the Carnatic Wars and the Mysore Wars. The company's army also played an important role in expanding British influence in various parts of India, helping the company to consolidate its control over new territories. Economic impact: The extensive trade of the East India Company had enormous impacts on both the British and Indian economies. The company provided vast financial resources for Britain and contributed to the establishment of modern commercial and financial infrastructure in India. The company's economic policies led to the destruction of local industries in India and widespread poverty in some regions. For example, the Indian textile industry, which was a significant and traditional industry, was severely affected by the import of cheap British textiles, leading to unemployment for many Indian weavers. Cultural impact: The East India Company played a crucial role in the exchange of cultures and ideas between the East and the West. This exchange included the transfer of goods, technologies, and knowledge. Many words, foods, clothes, and ideas from India were introduced to British and European cultures, and vice versa. One of the significant cultural impacts of the company was the introduction of tea to Britain. Tea, originally imported from China, gradually became one of Britain's favorite beverages, around which a new culture developed. Indian Rebellion of 1857. The Great Indian Rebellion of 1857, also known as the Sepoy Mutiny, was a turning point in Indian history. This rebellion stemmed from widespread dissatisfaction with the company's policies and harsh living conditions. The rebellion started with the protest of Indian sepoys against new cartridges suspected of being greased with cow and pig fat. The rebellion quickly spread and turned into a broad uprising against the East India Company. After suppressing the rebellion, the British government decided to take direct control of India, leading to the gradual loss of the company's power. Dissolution. In 1858, with the passage of the Government of India Act by the British Parliament, control of all the company's colonies was transferred to the British Crown. This act, known as the Act for the Better Government of India, marked the official end of the company's rule in India. Finally, the East India Company was formally dissolved in 1874, and all its assets and responsibilities were transferred to the British government. This dissolution marked the end of an important era in the history of British colonialism and the beginning of a new phase of direct British rule in India. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified